Alright, let's break it down. Cash Rock is allegedly on the run over claims of bank fraud, reportedly cashing checks she shouldn't have. Word is her 19-year-old boyfriend, Top Hat 33K, may have been behind it. Just a couple of weeks ago, she was also accused of a scam where someone promises to deposit money into a fan's account, only to demand a cut or drain the funds entirely, maybe explaining why she's been asking for donations lately. Now, there's talk she could even be facing jail time. Things got even more intense during a recent live stream. Chrisean was at the bank, her boyfriend seemed upset she was there, and the broadcast was focused on urging viewers to stop trolling Chrisean. Cash Rock eventually joined the live from the bank herself, but the host quickly ended it after warning her not to share her location publicly. The whole situation is chaotic, but it's a prime example of how fast personal drama can spiral online. Here's the tea. Cash Rock allegedly got caught up in a bank fraud scheme, and her boyfriend, Top Hat 33K, seemed furious during a live stream at the bank, though at the time it wasn't clear why. Now, reports and circulating receipts suggest Cash Rock was allegedly cashing fraudulent checks, with messages revealing a conversation that went, "We got Rock busting down the checks. She is celebrity. They go through airy time." Apparently, she knew the checks were fake and had approached someone for money, even trying to get a CPN to secure a car and an apartment, likely after missing out on a $200,000 payday from the new season of Baddies. The chats continue with people expressing frustration that she was live streaming while allegedly hitting a $15,000 fraud, worrying she'd snitch if arrested, and noting the police were at the bank but left after she and her friend departed. Allegedly, she wasn't concerned about the money itself, just perks, prompting one person to call her a junkie and consider blocking her to avoid being implicated. If even part of this is true, we're talking about more than wild antics. It could constitute serious criminal activity. Under California law, Penal Code 476 defines check fraud as knowingly making, using, or cashing a fake or altered check with intent to deceive or steal. So, if she truly knew the checks were fraudulent, this wouldn't be ignorance. It could be deliberate fraud with planning involved and a very real legal risk. The crucial factor in any check fraud case is intent. Prosecutors must prove that a person knew the check was fake and still attempted to use it to obtain money or goods. In California, check fraud is classified as a wobbler, meaning it can be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the circumstances. A minor, first-time offense involving a small amount, typically under $950, might be treated as a misdemeanor, carrying up to 1 year in county jail and fines up to $1,000. But if the fraud involves large amounts, repeated activity, or a history of similar crimes, it can escalate to a felony, which carries potential prison time of 16 months, 2 years, or 3 years, plus fines up to $10,000, restitution payments, and possible additional charges. Related crimes like possessing fake checks, altering checks, or using a fraudulent credit identity, CPN, can further complicate matters, adding forgery or identity theft counts. The stakes are serious. Knowingly cashing multiple fraudulent checks in LA could land someone in jail, and this isn't just online drama, it's real-world criminal exposure. For Cash Rock, these allegations aren't new. Just 2 weeks ago, she was linked online to another bank-related scam involving promises to deposit money into fans' accounts, only to demand a cut or drain the funds. Reports indicate that Cash Rock, her boyfriend 3, and an associate named Marsh were all present at a bank during alleged fraud activity, staying confident until staff behavior revealed suspicion, then allegedly fleeing the scene. On top of that, text messages suggest Cash Rock may have orchestrated a setup involving Zeus CEO Lemmy, who responded with scripture, calling out her actions as manipulative and rooted in bitterness, and urging her to focus on healing and mental health. He formally cut professional ties, citing her repeated displays of deceit, manipulation, and ingratitude, which made collaboration impossible. The combination of alleged fraud, coordinated schemes, and escalating interpersonal drama paints a picture of serious legal and personal consequences that go far beyond social media chatter. While acknowledging Cash Rock's undeniable talent and presence in the industry, Zeus CEO Lemmy Playmember made it clear that raw skill alone does not sustain a long and respected career. He emphasized that true longevity is built on a foundation of character, integrity, and humility, traits he believed Cash Rock had consistently failed to demonstrate. Lemmy pointed out that talent can open doors, but without these core principles, any success is fragile and short-lived. According to him, repeated actions that betray trust, create conflict, or exploit others ultimately overshadow natural ability and can permanently damage a professional reputation. His critique was not meant as a personal attack, but as a cautionary reminder that reputation, once tarnished, is incredibly difficult to restore. In response, Cash Rock did not remain silent. She defended herself by accusing the billion-dollar company of targeting her character and misrepresenting the situation. She claimed that Lemmy had allegedly instructed someone to go through her personal belongings and confiscate her identification, an action that made her feel not only betrayed, but also unsafe and vulnerable. From her perspective, this move went beyond professional disagreement and crossed into personal exploitation, leaving her feeling manipulated by those in positions of power. Cash Rock suggested that she had been used for the company's gain, implying that her contributions and labor were leveraged without proper respect or compensation. She framed this as an ongoing pattern of exploitation, painting the company as prioritizing its business interests over ethical treatment of talent. This exchange highlights a deeper tension between accountability and perceived mistreatment. On one hand, Lemmy's stance underscores the importance of professional responsibility, emphasizing that actions have consequences and that public figures are held to higher ethical standards. On the other hand, Cash Rock's perspective brings attention to the pressures and vulnerabilities artists face within powerful entertainment networks, where personal boundaries can become entangled with contractual and business obligations. Her response also illustrates the challenges of navigating fame, trust, and transparency in an industry where personal and professional lines are often blurred. Ultimately, this clash between Lemmy and Cash Rock is not just about one individual or one company. It's a window into broader issues of power, accountability, and ethics in entertainment. It serves as a reminder that talent alone does not guarantee respect or security, and that both integrity and protection of personal rights are crucial to sustaining a healthy career and professional environment. Cash Rock also voiced deep regret over joining baddies and immersing herself in the industry's drama. Meanwhile, she publicly accused Zeus of still owing her $170,000, claiming she'd only received $30,000 of the $200,000 promised. Zeus CEO Lemmy Playmember quickly shut that down, pointing out that she had breached her contract and was not entitled to any additional payment. He urged her to seek spiritual guidance, warning that presenting herself as if she held divine authority was both delusional and dangerous, and added that her behavior, whether fueled by substance use or deeper emotional struggles, was only worsening her situation. If reports that she allegedly tried to rob him are true, Lemmy would have even more reason to deny payment and could potentially pursue legal action to recover funds. Beyond the contractual dispute, the more pressing concern is the alleged bank fraud and check cashing schemes. If any of it is real, the legal consequences could be severe. Questions remain about how far these actions may have gone and whether Cash Rock even understands the full scope of potential trouble, or if this was part of a larger plan involving her boyfriend. 3. It's a tangled mess, and the fallout could be serious, leaving fans to wonder where accountability truly lies.